Galactus to be in Avengers 4? Let's talk about this. So there's a lot of theories revolving around Avengers 4 right now. So many different theories. One that keeps popping up is that Galactus will be in Avengers 4. And while I believe that could be a possibility, I just don't see it happening. And here's why. So first off, Galactus is owned by Fox. And anyone who is on the side of Galactus will be in Avengers 4. You are jumping up and down right now saying, but Disney's buying Fox. Disney's buying Fox. Yes. Yes, they are. They are buying Fox. But the deal is not complete. It is just about complete. But it will not officially be turned over 100% until the first of the year. And then you would be saying, but wait, the movie comes out after that. So can't we use it anyway? Yes, there is a possibility. Yes, they could. But filming is almost done. But they don't have full rights to it yet. How did they do it? There's a history between Fox and Disney on getting along, coming to some deals, or at least one deal, of some compromise. Hey, I'll give you this if you give me that. Some little back and forth. So you could say that even though that Disney doesn't have the full rights to it yet, that they could have worked something out ahead of time. And yes, they could have. Just like they did where Fox wanted to change the power set of Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yes, Deadpool. That is the best name ever. Just start calling me that from now on. And Fox got permission to do this in exchange for Disney being able to use Ego. I'm not sure how Ego was lopped in with all the Fox properties, because it seems like it's the Fantastic Four and mutants and anything mutant related, and Ego is this big entity which is not a mutant and not one of the Fantastic Four, or as far as I know, one of their primary villains, so I really don't know. Maybe they bought Ego up with a bunch of other things. You never know. There's so much into those mergers. It's mind-boggling. So my argument to that one point is, one, it would be a pain, and two, why would you waste someone as important as Galactus, someone as powerful as Galactus? He devours worlds. He literally devours worlds. Galactus is way more powerful than Thanos ever could be on his own without additional help, like with, say, the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, I know, Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, but they spent an entire decade building up to this Thanos storyline. Building and building. And here's a sneak peek here, and a post-credit there, and 5 minutes of screen time in the Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got little bits and pieces of Thanos here and there, and slowly seeing that it's building towards the Infinity Gauntlet / War storyline. Well, I guess Gauntlet in the comics, but the movie was called Infinity War. Anyway, with all the Infinity Stones, gems, whatever. So why would you want someone who is capable of being someone like that, someone like Thanos, someone so powerful that you could build another decade, another 20 movies leading up to this guy? It would just be a waste. Because there's only so many villains that you can build up to like this. Yes, you have Annihilus, and yes, that is another huge rumor going around that Annihilus will come around, and I don't think it'll be Annihilus either. But anyway, this is not about Annihilus. Based off of leaked this and that, a few different leaked things, we are seeing that there is new villains for the Avengers to face. But it can't be Galactus. It can be Galactus. It won't be Galactus. Galactus is just too epic. He's not this smoke monster like we saw in the Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. He is a devourer of worlds. Marvel and Kevin Feige, they're too smart to go and waste a villain like that. It's just not going to happen. And I will concede, there is a chance he could be in it in like a post-credit scene, kind of giving you that little Thanos sneak peek, just like we saw at the end of the first Avengers. We could see that. And if they're leading up to Galactus, I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in that aspect. But that's not really in the movie. That's in a post-credit scene, so that's why I'm saying no, he's not going to be in there. But I don't think they would even do that And the reason for that is, this is supposed to be the conclusion to a decade worth of movies. And they've already said the MCU is supposed to be completely different after Avengers 4. That it will be nothing like what we've seen before. And they've already said they want to go out into space, which is all the more reason for them to save Galactus. Because Galactus isn't one of our homegrown villains. He's from, well, here's a little bit of history of Galactus for you, at least in the comics. So, before the Big Bang, we had another universe. And I'm probably getting some of the details wrong on this, but it's going to be at least close enough to give you the right idea. And there was all kinds of life all over this universe, just like this universe. And as it was collapsing and imploding, people knew that this was happening. And I forget his name. He had another name. It wasn't just Galactus. Hi, I'm Galactus. No, it was something else. But he decided to go out in the blaze of glory and go right into the center of this implosion. Well, he went right into the center of this implosion, and he absorbed all this energy, and you got the Big Bang, the universe started over, and you've got Galactus. Now, I guess you could say reborn in a way, as Galactus, but now he has this hunger. A hunger that can only be, I feel like there's a joke somewhere in there, a hunger that can only be satisfied by more cowbell. Wait, no, that's not it. By devouring worlds. And he changed his name, said, you know what, I'm the new badass around here, call me Galactus. I don't think that's how it went. But anyway, he is now Galactus. He's now the local badass, or the universal badass. I eat worlds. Worlds that provide me with fiber and protein. So anyway, now that we know the story of Galactus, let's move on to another reason why we won't see him. Time travel. There are leaked set photos from Avengers 4 which heavily indicate time travel, which would be a practical route if you wanted to stop Thanos. You could go back in time and try and collect the Infinity Stones and do something like that. If you've got Galactus and you're trying to undo what Thanos is doing, how are you going to fit both timelines in a movie? It's supposed to be extremely long, and I get that. But you've got this adventure of undoing the snap, which involves traveling back through time to what appears to be multiple periods in time. It just seems to me that it would be a very, pun intended, time-consuming effort to go through all this. So then you want to put in someone like Galactus, who requires a lot of development and time, and no pun intended that time. And he's such a big badass that you would need to put a lot of effort into it. And put him in one movie would be tough enough. But to put him in a movie, even as long as this is supposed to be, and divide what is going on, that is just too tall of an order. And finally, my last reason why we will not see Galactus in Avengers 4. And that reason is you would almost have to flip Thanos. Because if you have Galactus coming in here, he's coming in to destroy and consume all these worlds. And Thanos had just done the snap. And Thanos had a purpose behind this. He wanted to cut the universe's life in half so that way the remaining half could survive and thrive. Well, now you've got Galactus coming in wanting to consume the other half. And of course, Thanos wouldn't like that. So that part makes sense. But you really want to flip the script on Thanos? You just spent an entire decade making him the biggest baddie in your entire cinematic universe. And now you want to flip him in the very next Avengers movie and have him join forces? Because you couldn't have the Avengers take on Galactus by themselves. Because they're also trying to stop Thanos. The only way you could maybe make this work in some possible form is if Thanos stayed out of it. Now, Josh Brolin is already confirmed to be in the movie. So unless he's going to be in there as Cable, which if we're doing time travel, having Cable actually would be very convenient. But if he's going to be Thanos, you would think he would be in there for a significant amount of time. Not necessarily as much as the last one. The last movie, Avengers Infinity War, was a Thanos movie. This one, I expect to see some Thanos, and a good chunk of Thanos, but not to the degree that we saw before. So what do you think? Are we going to see Galactus in Avengers 4? Are we going to see Annihilus? Or are we just going to see Thanos with a new group of henchmen? I don't know about you, but that's the one that I'm betting on. But I'd like you to tell me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you next time on Nerd Center.